Good morning and welcome to our Fit for Life, Fit for God class. I hope you guys have had a good week so far, and I hope today you are blessed. It's a little bit drabby outside and a little bit rainy, but you know what? We woke up, and as we woke up, we got that breath to breathe new life in us, so we have something to rejoice about, right? So today we are going to talk about Grub Switchup. Now you might be saying, Grub Switchup, what's Grub Switchup? Well, we're going to find out what Grub Switchup's all about today. So first of all, we're going to just share with you our verse that we are using on today, and it's Philippians 4:8. And many of you guys might already know this verse. I love this verse. This is a great verse. It says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, and whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Now, for me, as a young child, I ate what my parents fed me. How many of you guys have ate what your parents fed you? You would eat whatever was on the table. My mama was a great cook, but there was one dish that I did not like, and that was tuna casserole. I could smell that stuff before I even had to taste that. But back as a child, it was like the new fad, the tuna helpers and the hamburger helpers. So that's what we ate. And my daddy always taught us, he said, this is not a short order house. You eat what's on the plate. My mother had in mind our physical well being. She kept our meals balanced. We always ate as a family. But as I grew older, I got to start making my own choices. And I was able to eat more junk, more yuckies if I wanted to, right? And then as I became married, I started having children. I began cooking my meals for my family. And I had the influence over what we ate. And I gladly accepted that because I was like, yes, no, I never have to have tuna helper again. No, I'm just kidding. But like most people my age presently, as a younger mom, I would try to make fun stuff. And some was a little bit less healthy than other things, but I had them choices I could make. But now as I grow older, I'm starting to realize the importance of not feeding my body with so much junk. And I have these three heads at the bottom over to you see the first one is filled with pizza, pizza, hamburgers, and stuff. Then the second one is half fed with nutritional items and junk. And then the third one you see is almost pure with the greens and the yummies. But I do that because it reminds me of our brain and what we put into our brains. And just like our physical bodies, if we put a bunch of junk in our physical bodies, it's eventually going to show either through our health or through our figure, or somehow it's going to filter out through our lives. Well, the same holds true to our spiritual life. The saying, you are what you eat, applies not only to our physical diets, but also to our daily living. And man or woman is what he eats, what he takes in. If we feed our minds, and that's why I did these pictures, I thought this was a neat kind of way to show. If we feed our minds on trivia, our lives will be filled with trivia. The psalmist knew this too, because he said, like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season. You see, if we feed our lives on the Word of God, we will be like them, trees planted by streams of water, right? And so, do you pay attention? I'm going to just ask you, do you pay attention to what you're taking in every day? I know sometimes we don't. And I'm saying for our physical and our spiritual. Are you reading trashy literature? Listening to ungodly music that you know that you shouldn't be filtering into your mind, or paying attention to the gossip either in the tabloids or in social networks, in conversations? I'm just saying this because I want us to really think about this. Are you eating just because you feel that you got to fill that body with um chocolate to make you feel good, or ice cream, get your big thing out because you're upset, or telling yourself about pizza. I can just eat this pizza. It's not going to hurt me. I'll go on a diet tomorrow. You know, um this is two lines of our lives that we deal with. And as we see, our bodies can filter out a bunch of junk, right? And we're walking on a tightrope. And I have that right now. Our lives is like on a tightrope. And as you see this photo up here, it shows it's like a tightrope. And we have choices in our life, in our physical and in our mental lives, how to take care of us. This is why we say fit for life, fit for God. We have to take care of our bodies. Are you feeding on the living water that only Christ can provide? And I'm asking you this because we all need to really think about this. Is that what we're really doing? And maybe you're feeling a little depressed right now. Maybe you're feeling rejected, alone. Things are coming up to you, and you quickly, every time you feel that way, you want to go get a Big Mac, or you want to go get French fries. And I'm saying that for your eating area, for the Grub area. Grub is a word, Grub Hub. You can call up, you can be at home and think, laying in bed and so down and think, I'm calling Grubhub to bring me a meal because that'll make me feel better. No, that isn't what makes us feel better. Think about, are you staying in your word? Are you praying? Are you searching your heart out? Our minds have to have healthy eating habits plus healthy spiritual habits. We have to train ourselves up to walk in this path. This photo I have up right now reminds me of this couple weeks ago when I spoke about when we climbed the mountain. We had a tree trunk that stretched across a creek. We had to make a choice if we wanted to see the beautiful falls. It was called Rainbow Falls. If we wanted to see that, we had to cross over. In life, we have to cross over to our healthy eating habits. And we have choices to make. And today I want us to think about it. The road is divided. As you see, you can go for your healthy choices, and you can you can feed on the healthiness of God, or you can make them choices and say, you know what? I am just going to eat. I don't care. It's all up to you. It is all up to you. But I want to encourage you on today. Make healthy choices. It'll give you a healthier life, a longer life, a more satisfying life. Maybe you have some things that come up against you that just put you over the top, and when your mind starts going everywhere, then you can't stay focused on that word. You can't stay focused on that prayer. And then your mind gets scrambled up. And then what do? You go sulk, and you might filter out your anger. You might sit there and just go, like I said, indulge in something that you have no business eating because you're searching for the wrong things. When God says, come unto me, all you that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He will give you that rest if we just take that moment. Sometimes we have to take that moment breathe in and breathe out and say, Lord, you've got to help me. Because whether it's a physical diet or if it's getting your mindset spiritually under control, you have to have discipline in your life. You have to make that commitment. Now, for me, and I'm sure for many of you, that pizza to that pizza, that hamburger, that all looks wonderful. It looks so yummy. I mean, that is what we all naturally crave. The vegetables look good, but we all go towards the things that look fattening. And even in our spiritual walk, we go to the things that look fattening. You know, it's easier to go grab a piece of pizza somewhere than it is to cook a healthy meal, right? It's easier to just go with the world than to sit there and take time to pray, to meditate on God, to focus on God, right? It's easier to go off on someone, right? Than it is to have discipline. So discipline's important in our lives. We have to have discipline. And I want to tell this little story I had saw. This young lady, she was going to the doctor and she thought, oh no, the doctor's going to kill me, because he had told her to lose 30 pounds over 6 months. For a while, she had done really good. She took off 20 in the first 3 months. But lately, she had gained some of it back for the net loss of about 12 pounds. Katie was astonished when the doctor merely encouraged her to try harder. Christ is like that doctor. You know, so many times we might gain weight, we might lose weight. Right now, with us going through the quarantine we went through, so many of us gain weight, including me. And we'll have to learn discipline to take it off. We'll get some off, some will come on. We want to be hard on ourselves. Our spiritual walk with the churches being closed, different, you know, we had to do online classes, different things, different ways we get our spiritual needs met have been altered. And we have to take control. But just like Katie, this young lady, Katie, her doctor said he encouraged her to keep trying. You know, Christ is like the doctor. He's just like that. He offers us no condemnation. He wants us to lose weight for our own sake. He wants us to grow spiritually for our own sake, not for his. He wants to help us, not hurt us. Take comfort today in the acceptance that Jesus has you. He has you in the palm of his hand and he loves you. And the verse I love to use for this is John 8:10 and 11. And it says, when Jesus had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said to her, woman, where are thine accusers? Hath no man condemned? Has no man condemned thee? She said, no man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, neither do I condemn thee, and sin no more. God wants us to just keep trying, stay focused, and he'll help us accomplish what we are set out to do. So on today, I encourage you to stay focused, stay in the word, get disciplined, get in that prayer closet, have a journal, write your journals, you know, stay in tune. Eating, watch what you eat. Think before you eat. Think, do I really need this? If you don't, step back from it. And I think you will see great things come to pass. So today, I want you to remember to thank Jesus for giving us the living water, which is his word, and giving us the strength to endure to the end. I love you guys. We will see you next week. Have a good week. Bye.